Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year on behalf of CDR. We are back with the first race of this year here at China with Tier 2. Obviously, I don't sound like Kieran. Scotty 1597 taking over comms for Kieran and for Tier 2 for the foreseeable future, which does also include, we've had a couple of swaps around in drivers. So I've been put down into Tier 3, so I will no longer be on camera spinning out in Tier 2. That's now moved to a Sunday. So I believe my replacement in the Ferrari is Anderson. So he'll be racing with Snitchy tonight, again for the rest of this season. As well as we've got Big Boy, who is in Mercedes with, I'm sorry to butcher your name, I don't know what your Discord is, your PSN name is, but we've got Ashik, who is in the Mercedes with Big Boy, and as well as we've got Milky Manx as well. So we've got a few new drivers here. Thank you, Clay, as well. Weather is all dry, which is what we like to see around this track, especially for the drivers. China here, I was talking earlier about it, it's one of them tracks, it's a simple layout, but so many corners here that are off camber. You could be smidge of the racing line, especially through the long corners here. And yeah, it's completely threw you off. So we're here for Q1 again, first qualifying of the year. We've got some comments coming up. So we've got Cammy saying Kieran just got scared he'd have to play the F1 thing, bad pipes edition when I win. Yeah, possibly. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think that is something that we'd want to hear you, mate, on your bagpipes. So, yeah, bear with me. It's been a while since I've done comms, so I'll try my best to keep up with all the action here. I will make mistakes, but I suppose that's part of the learning process. So we're going to see. So if it looks like, who's that coming through? Is that an Alfa Romeo? So yeah, we've got the Wiccan. We'll stay on board the Wiccan, who's got, looks like he possibly will be the first one to set the marker for Q1 here. So again, turn 1 here, it's again, camber there is ridiculous. It's again, you're off your racing line, it messes you up for the entry of turn 2 there. But yeah, as I said, we'll stay on board with Wiccan, and we'll see what he can set the benchmark at. But it is weird to not be racing tonight. Like I said, I think been Tier 2 for the past 4 seasons, and now back to again in Tier 3. So it'll be interesting to see how much Tier 3's developed since the early days of like Season 1 and Season 2. So we've got Wiccan Sector 2 there, 53.3 I believe that was. Which obviously is purple sector 2, but that'll be his best. It's interesting as well, this track, who's gone for straight line speed and who's gone for the corner ins. Again, you can make a lot of time on these straights here, especially this final DRS straight here. 200 miles an hour going down there, it's a lot of time to be picked up. So he sets it off here with the marker as he crosses the line, a 1:34.1, and then we've got a Ferrari behind him, which I believe is Snitchy, who is coming up to the penultimate corner. And we've got an Aston Martin behind him as well there. So Snitchy does a 1:34, so 4/10 slower, and then an Aston Martin of Bab of a 1:33, so yeah, so 5/10 quicker there than Wiccan. We're going to jump on board with Anderson, see how he gets on here in quali 1, sets a 1:35. So yeah, so top 5 drivers, 2 seconds already. I mean, showing the pace here. Nerf Pack sneaks in behind with a 1:37.9. This is Jins also sneaks in there. I didn't see that, 1:34.5. So yeah, Snitzy and Jins, they're almost identical times there, and that was Nerf Jack Slater with a 137.4. Let's see who else we've got. A Haas. We'll just wait for that. I believe that is going to be. That was FaZe. Yep, Kiani there with a 133.3. So 3 attempts quicker than Bab. So what a way to start off Q1. You know, 2 133 rounds here already. I mean, we've got the likes of, like I said, I raced with the Boys. It's going to be interesting to see what Cammy again. We've got Milky Max out on his outlap here, so again, see what these new boys can do. That's Cammy. So yeah, Cammy a 53.1. So I believe that was 2 attempts quicker than Wiccan through his sector 2 here. So we'll stay on board and see what he can do. In the meantime, it looks like we've got an Alpine, which I believe could be Ginge, who's going into the pits, I'd imagine. Yeah, so Ferrari behind him again, which I think Anderson, which will be going into the pits. Cammy though is coming up on the DRS, so we're going to see what he can do here. Cammy looking to be on a good time here. A 133.9, so yeah, sneaks him into 3rd place there. So yeah, breaking it in with the 133s already. And that was BFD Ross with a 134.4. So next up we've got a McLaren, which is Captain Hindsight, who's going to be starting his flying lap. And there's an Alpine on the back straight there, so that must be Clay, who's also on his lap. So we'll stay on board with Captain Hindsight to see what he can do here, to see if he can jump in at 133s as well. But yeah, both Mercedes on a 137. So yeah, a lot of time for them. You know, like I said, this track here is so simple, but slightest bit of throttle too early on the exit, it's easily gonna cost you maybe a 10th or 2. I was in the practice with the boys earlier, and yeah, there was a few cars. Bab says hello Bab there. Yeah, I mean, I've seen how obviously watching the stream, I see how you boys can get involved in the stream, so feel free to chat away in the stream, help me out here. So Captain Hindsight, well, I think that's 153.3. So again, sector 2 still there, top 3, so we're going to see what you can do in sector 3 here. And that is an invalidation for Captain Hindsight. So while he does that, I am just going to change my settings quickly. I just realised something. It won't be 2 seconds. I should have done this beforehand. So it won't be too long. So yeah, Bab, very cruel track, single mistake. Yeah, it's just what I was saying. A single mistake here can cost you 2 attempts. You do that 3 times, you know, that's near a second off your time just by that alone. So let's get back onto this. So back on track. So what if I'm here? So Milky Manx. Sorry, it's not Max Mank. Oh, Milky Man X. Sorry, yeah. Let me put my glasses on. I need to see that better. Yeah, Milky Man. So yeah, Milky Man again, debut here in tier 2. 134 flat. So new boys straight away getting amongst. We've got Clay as well, who I missed out. Snuck in again. 134. There as well. So yeah, so these boys again breaking it so close to that 133. I reckon we're gonna have maybe Q2, Q3. I reckon 5-6 cars easily are gonna be breaking that 133 here. Obviously we still got Kiani, who's actually annihilated it with a 133.3. and that was FRL with a 1:34.7 there. So we're still waiting on. So we've got Rhinoceros out on the outlap. Faith last, invalidated. DRS Saki's invalidated. Teddy Henke is about to cross the line. I don't know what's happened there. So I had a 1:44. Captain Hindsight at 1:45. So yeah. So again, it just shows you how easy it is to make a mistake round here. It is, again, it's a track that requires most. Sorry, but yeah, it's a track that requires a lot of concentration here. We've got Red Bull here, who's got 21% DRS. Could he offset a burner lap beforehand? Is he going into the pits, or he's got the fuel light on? No, he's going for it. So a burner lap, we're going to see what that can do here. So a burner lap there, 1:33.9 there. So yeah, so there we go. So we've got 4 cars already in Q1 breaking that 1:33 mark, getting into the 1:33s there. So yeah, again, so we're just waiting for Saki, who's on out on his fast lap here. So we'll stay on board with Saki to see what time he can do. Saki through sector 3 here, coming up to DRS straight. So yeah, still waiting on Lars and Rhinoceros to set a time here. Paranoid as well, didn't realise his lap timed on 1:34.6. Can we just look at that? So from a rundown of from Clay down at 6th to 13th, 7/10. That is close. So yeah, so I mean, if the boys can keep it up like this, it is going to be a very interesting Q2 we've got on our hands here. Anderson out on the outlap, but he's just on the outskirts of that. So at the moment, we are going to be losing Nerf Pat, Slater, Captain Hines, Lars and Rhinoceros. Unless they, I mean, I'm going to have a look now, see if there's any quali bans from obviously last year. No, I mean, we've got Venom. I'm not, again, I'll have to learn these Discord names compared to the PS5. So we've got Venom that's got a quali ban. So no, Venom's out of the league, I think, actually. I'm not too sure, I could be mistaken. Let's have a look, let's see who's out. So we've got Teddy Henke looking to improve on his lap here. He's 5 seconds up, low fuel mode on, so that's him done. Ginger 1:34 there. Yeah, so a little bit of improvement from Ginger up into 10th place. So we've got Paranoid come back on out lap and FRO on a out lap there. So yeah, we've got Lars and Rhinoceros now out on the pits, 4 minutes to go, so no room for error for them two there. They've got to get a picture perfect lap in here. We need to get a 1:35 just to get in the top 15. Well, you can see here a low 1:34 or 33 here is safe. So Saki has retired. He was just on track. We should have stayed on board with him. So not too sure where he's lost it there. So yeah, we could so yeah, so I mean, unless obviously we can see what Ron or Phases do, we could be going forward with 14 cards into Q2, I believe. I'll say it is, I just want to post this in Discord so they can get the stream up. So let's see who we've got coming out. So that's Paranoid. That's a 1:34.693. So yeah, so improves his lap there, but still stays in 30. And we've got Ross, who's retired, but I'm not too sure if he's there. He's out of the session. Hopefully, if we stay on board with Paranoid, his car's still on track. It looks like there's an Alfa Romeo held up there, but that is not Ross. So okay, so that is interesting there. So not too sure what's happened between them two. Those are coming towards. That was FRL, and who is that in front of him? That's an Alfa Romeo, so that could be Wickham. So not too sure what's happening between them two there. So minute 50 left to go in here. So yeah, so Saki's been pushed down to 16, so we will have 15 cars going into Q2. So yeah, Nerf Pack is in the pits. Jack Slater, Captain of Hindsight, FaZe Lars is on his fast lap. Will stay on board to see what he can do. At the moment, Captain Hindsight goes 14th of a 34.5. I was just about to say both McLaren and Mercedes here looking to be out in the first quali here, but we've got FaZe Lars to see what he can do here. So again, 1:34.6 just to put him into top 15. And again, Jack Slater looks like he's out on a lap as well. So yeah, 1:34.6. So he is 300, just under 300ths of a second quicker than Paranoid just to sneak in there. Now again, all eyes on Jack here. We'll see what he can do. He's on a 1:36. See if he can. He's got last chance here. See what he can do. And then I believe that will be it for quali 1 here. So Jack Slater 1:35 now. Unfortunately, Jack Slater, I'm not too sure what's happened there, but he will be out. So we will be losing here Paranoid, FRL, Saki, Nerf Pack, and oh, hold on, wait, no, maybe not. Maybe Jack Slater's gone for the burner lap. So I believe we've got Rhinoceros out on track as well. We'll jump on board with him, see what he's going to do here. I mean, at the moment, I mean, 12th place. Can he improve? No. 14. Oh, he's gone for the burner lap as well. So 2 cars here on burner lap. We've got Captain Hindsight on the track there. We've got FaZe Lars low on fuel mode, so we'll jump back on board with Slater here. See if there's any room for improvement. So yeah, so all eyes will be on Rhinoceros and Jack Slater. So Rhinoceros is now safe. Everyone below him is either in the pits or finished for the session here. So Jack Slater has to come up into sector 3 here. This is make I hate to do the commentator curse, but this is make or breaks for Jax here. Will we see both Mercedes out in Q1, or can Jax fight for another qualifier? Wide America, bit too much curb there. Hopefully he didn't lose too much time. So 1:30 coming to the final corner. And he's got to do a 1:34.6, and unfortunately he's missed out. He's 3 attempts quicker, but unfortunately that's not enough. So we will jump back on board with Rhinoceros here, who I believe will be our final lap here. So we're going to see what he does. And hopefully he didn't go out on new tyres. And he has set 1:35, so no improvement there either. Nearly a second slower. And that is Q1 all done with. That is it. So why are we still continuing? I would have thought that once When I saw us cross the line, I was waiting for Wiccan, who's in the pits, but I don't see how we're waiting for. Oh, there we go. So, quick rundown here into Q1. So we had Face Kiani annihilating that lap there with 1:33.8. Bab in second. This is Ginger in third. I am sorry I don't know how to pronounce his name. Sinks, I'm gonna imagine, is in fourth. Cami in fifth. Milky in sixth. Anderson debut seventh. Clay in eighth. Wick in ninth. 10th is Ross. 11th Henke. Rhinoceros in 12th. Snixie in 13th. Hindsight in 14th. Face last. Scraping it through there with a 15th. And then we say goodbye to Paranoid, FRL, Saki, Nerf Pack, and Jack Slater. So that is a rundown for Q1. We'll have Q2 shortly running up here. But yeah, definitely going to be watching everyone from... So 6th to 15th, 6 temps. It was 7 temps, but yeah, 6 temps here. Well, even if you want to include it, it's a second from second place to 15th. So yeah, it's going to have some competition here. It's going to be very interesting here. It's going to see who's going to try and use the most of their tyres, who's going to go for fresher tyres, and obviously sacrifice their softs for the actual race. So we're going to see who the first car out on track is. I mean, yeah, Kiani again. So that is Ross in the Red Bull. So Lars is coming out. So yeah, I believe. Did anyone get the jump on Ross? No, yeah, that is an Alfa Romeo of Wicken. There he is. So Wicken first car out here. Got about 6 cars out on track already, so it's going to be interesting. We've got someone in the comments there saying that he loves this league. I'm pretty sure to Dan and Kieran that will be much appreciated. Again, a message that them two will always bang on about is, you know, this league wouldn't be here without the drivers turning up every day, you know, putting on a show for everyone to watch. You know, it's yeah, it is a good league. Like, I've been here since day one, and yeah, it is a friendly league. Everyone gets on, and yeah, it's always interesting to, well, as I'm fighting out here, commentate on the race as well as race. Which I'm a lot calmer today, because normally I'll be in behind the scenes, giving myself a load of abuse for making stupid mistakes. So we've got Wicken here, first to start the lap here. We have got a yellow flag in sector 1, but I think that is just sector 3, so I think that's Ferrari just making room for another Ferrari there. So Sartak's there saying, hey boys, what's happening mate, all good? So getting distracted from Wicken, so Wicken here, we'll jump and see how he takes these lines here, because again it's one of these tracks, again, as you could hear there, speech on the wheels, heavy braking zones where you wouldn't necessarily think you would have to brake heavy. Yes, our Texan admits saying he misses the league. Looking a bit of curb there. Out on the outside, bringing it in tight to hug the outside curb here to make 4. full use of the track there, hitting that apex. As we can hit the penultimate corner here again to set the he comes along the line with a 134, so just 2000, and Ross there for 133.9, so straight away, and Bab there for 133.2. So Bab going a tenth faster, I believe, than Kiani in Q1. Ross there again, 133, so that's Nixie 134 flat, Anderson a 134 flat. Teddy Henke's woken up, he's set at 133.5, so there we go, 3 cars straight away, first laps on a 133. This is going to be tense for the drivers here to get into Q3 at the moment. So face last, I'm guessing that's going to be a burner lap on a 158. He actually will stay on board to see how Lars can get on with this burner lap. Kang moves up into P2 with a 133.5. Jin sneaks into 7th with a 134.5. And then Anderson a 134.8 there. We've got Kiani out on a lap as well. So Kiani does a 134.1. And who was that move up? Clay. There we go. Clay snuck up into a 133 there. So there we go. Breaking the 133s already. Are we going to see a 132 possibly? Because it is on the cards. We're two and a half tenths off Bab from breaking into a 132 there. Face Kiani's come up into sector 3 here. He's got his teammate behind him as well, of Captain Hindsight. It's not going to work. I'm going to say, well, possibly if Hindsight can catch up a little bit down the straight here, get a little split stream. He's warming up his tyres. So we're going to see what Phase Last can do here after his burner lap. Left the line here and sets a 134.3, so that moves him up into 9th place. So we're going to see Kiani. I believe Kiani, no, 3 seconds up. So Kiani, not too sure what's happened there. We're going to see. So we've got Milky Man here, debuting to Q2 already. Going to see what he can do. Let's see if no one's up for medium yet, so everyone's going to make full use of their softs here going into Q3 possibly. Yeah, so 5 cars on a 133 there. Ross sneaking it in for 133.9, and then yeah, again down to 11th, 134.8. There is so much in this right now. Smokey Man crosses the line. He is in a 133.7, goes up into 5th. So there we go. So my prediction was 6 cars already in a 133 here. Who else is on? We've got Faith Last, who's on low pit mode. So we've got Captain Hindsight. Oh, both Mr. McLaren's there. Was there a slight toe that we missed? Captain Hindsight across the line with a 134. So there we go. We've got 3 cars less than half, well, less than a tenth of a 133 there. 4 cars, sorry. Bab, don't know how he got a 133.2. I don't know either, mate. Whatever you done, mate, keep it up, because that was incredible. I thought it was going to be hard for anyone to beat Kiani's time for 133.3, and you've done a 133.2. And that was Nixie that's moved that. That was Ron that's moved up into 7th with a 1:33. So we're just waiting for the Red Bull here about to cross the line, who does a 1:33.4. So they are nearly half the grid is in a 1:33 right now. That is ridiculous. That is close. It is there. Sabab saying that he got lucky. I wouldn't say luck. I mean, to pull a lap time like that is definitely not luck, mate. That's quite good. So who we got out? We've got going into the pits. Ron's in the pits. Captain Hindsight. Was that a car coming out of the pits? Did I see? Is that Ferrari of Anderson? So Anderson is in the pits. We have got another Haas, which is Ron, which again that's he's like we've got a Red Bull behind him. Things, and then a Ferrari of, so yeah, we'll stay on board here. Oh, hold on, wait, no, we've got an Alpine somewhere of Cammy Moo. Cammy's going for another lap. He's done. So Cammy's gone for another lap, even though he's on a 1:33.5, which is interesting there. So we'll go back on board with, what's that, Anderson. See what Anderson can do on his out laps. So I think it is all out laps or in laps. Captain Hindsight's just started his lap. He's got an Alpha Tauri of Cammy Moo, who again is on his lap here. So Cammy Moo a 10th on his time there, and Captain Hindsight, we'll see how far. I've just missed it, I believe. Yeah, Cammy Moo, I'm not too sure if he's just going to try and get as close to a 1:33 flat as possible. Maybe feels like everyone's got more pace. Anderson starting his lap, so we'll get back on board with Cammy and see what he can do as he's on the penultimate corner here. Cammy's into the pits, so he must not be happy, so we'll jump back on board with Captain Hindsight. Oh, was that a track? How was that? Not a track violation there. So Captain Hindsight 10th up on his time. Maybe that might have cost him that wide exit there. So we've got, this is Jin's coming in for his. So Sinks has retired in the pits. I was happy with him, safe with his lap there. This is Jin's on a 4-minute lap. No, okay, that was weird. It said 4 minutes or 1:34. So who's that? Is that Lars? So Lars is behind him. It's glitching out my screen because apparently everyone is above 20 seconds on their time. So Cammy's saying we're just getting another lap in on used tyres, making a change with the wings for Q3. And that is Lars that has spun it, and I don't think that's terminal damage. I think he's just lost the front wing. Unfortunately, we caught that little spin there, which is the first spin we've catched, which actually ain't been too bad on this track. So that's Ross on his outlap. That's a Ferrari of Anderson. Yep. So we'll see what Anderson can do here from 1:34.8. He goes up to a 1:33. So there we go. We nearly top 10 in the 1:33s here. So let's see who. So we've got Jin, who is sideways on track, or on the grass, should I say. So we've got Kiani, so we're going to see what Kiani can do as well. We're going to jump on board because there is Captain Hindsight, that's an Alpine, so that must be CDR, no, not Claymore. So this is Jin here. He's on 1:34 in the penultimate corner, so not too sure what's gone wrong for him there. Unless again this is a binder lap, I'm not too sure. Still got 62% done out, that's going into the pits. So we're going to see what Lars can do here. Oh no, that's a Red Bull or Ross. See what Ross can do, and then we'll jump back on with Lars there. A 1:33.9 up in 8th place there, and we'll jump back on Lars, who's into the pits. So we've got Wicken. Whose fuel lights on with 100% ERS. Is he going into the pits? No, he's not. He's starting his lap here. So we see what the Wicken can do here. Borderline of being knocked out in Q2 here, 10th of 134 flat. So yeah, so my prediction of hitting a high 133 to be safe, completely wrong. Kiani a 133.4. So 10th off his fastest lap last qualifier. So we still got Bab with a 1:33.2. Wicken is just under a 10th up on his time in sector 1, and that is Ross, I believe, that has spun it in sector 2. Anyone watching, if you want to throw in a like prediction of who's going to win. Oh, Lars has retired. That is Wicken with a. So you got distracted by Lars retiring. Wicken there with a purple sector 2 here. But yeah, as I was saying, anyone watching, got spare time, if you want to throw in predictions of who's going to win the race or personal predictions for yourself, be more than happy to see what you guys think about that. And I just clocked Lars didn't retire. It's the end of qualifying too. So it's been so close to the time I haven't even paid attention to the counter. So Wicken comes with a 1:33.2. So Wicken looking at being knocked out, smashes it with a P1 there. So these lap times are just getting faster and faster. We've got Kiani who's going into the pit. So we've got Clay in 7th, who depends on Rhinoceros, Nixie and Captain Hindsight. Could knock him out if he doesn't. They all improve. And that was Rhinoceros again, wide there. Still no invalidate. And unfortunately for Ross, 007 there, James Bond, 7,000th there on his time. So we'll go on board with Clay there. As Clay is the last car to complete a lap again, who is safe. Cars behind him obviously didn't have enough time to put in another lap or didn't improve on their lap. So we'll see what Clay can do here. So Clay nearly a 10th down on his time, but stays where he is. Who is again just a couple of hundredths behind the car ahead. So that is the end of Q2. But these times here is ridiculously close. So yeah, I mean look at that, 7/10 between that and top 10. So you've got Wicken smashing it on his last lap there in P1 going through. Bab, Sinks, Kiani, Cami, Henke, Clay, Milky, Anderson and Ross all going through to Q3, and unfortunately knocked out is Rhinoceros, Nixie, Captain Hindsight, Lars and Ginge. So 7/10 of the top 10 drivers here, all ridiculously close within their time. I mean, you look at the rundown between Cami and Clay there, 2/10. No, sorry, my mistake. No, less than a 10th between them three there. So it's gonna be all here now. Who's gonna, like I said, chance of wasting through their tyres, using as much as they can to get podium, to get the pole position here. As we await the first car to set us off here in Q3, which looks like it's going to be Ross in the No, it's not. His teammate thinks in a Red Bull. And again, I need to put my glasses back on because I just realised I've been calling them Sinks this whole race, and it's Sky. No, it's not Sky. That, oh my god, my eyesight is appalling. I should have gone Specsavers. That's not even a K, that's an X. So we'll ignore that little error and we'll get back to qualifying. So yeah, so we've got 5 cars out on track at the moment. We've got is that Bab sneaking behind there, possibly trying to get that split stream, maybe gain a couple of attempts, but I don't think he's actually gonna. He hasn't got it. He is too far back. So Rippon's on the mediums here. How far? So Bab, I think, is just on the end of the toe here. You think if he has gained, he was further back at the start of his lap. Oh, and yeah, that rear, see it there, rear slipping there. That's what I'm on about. I mean, it does look a little bit grey. I know the boy said it's a dry race, but sky is getting dark. It's getting that overcast there, so track temperatures definitely drop. And that's that Bab going for a move. Was that? I see Bab there, just poking his head out there. So I'm not too sure if that's cost him time or not. So Bab with a 133.4 and Clay in second with a 133.9. So we've got Ross going straight into the pitch, so that must be Cameron behind him. He's starting his outlap there, so we'll jump on with the Wilton there on mediums here. So not too sure what the plan is here. I mean, if he's confident that he could get a decent time on the mediums, maybe sit a couple of rows behind first place, might not be a problem. And he's coming across the line with a 134.1, so it puts him to third at the moment on the medium. So it's a decent time on the mediums. I mean, it's only 2 tenths of Clay with the soft tyres there. And 2 tenths ahead of Teddy Henke. So we've got Anderson here in a Ferrari looking to set a time here, and he manages to set a 134.5. And that's milking There we go, Milky Man there. What a way to introduce yourself. 132.9. First one to break the 132 marks here. So yeah, welcome to CDR, Milky Man. So we've got a Kamimu gonna set his time here. A 133.1 there. And Kiani was just behind. So 133.3. So still quite a lot, not a lot of time in cars in top 4 at the moment. And we've still got BDF Ross, who's sitting in the pit still. So Bab saying his lap was screwed, so I'm guessing that was catching up to the car in front. Gonna say he did start a bit further back, and then when I jumped on board a few sector 3 or right behind him, so I don't know if that affected you or not, but even that, a solid time, 133.4. So we've got Kiani out on a lap here. Kiani into the pits. So we've got both Aston Martins out on the track. So it's Bab crosses the line, he's gonna set 133.4, so where stays where he is. Jump with Teddy Henke, see if he can improve on his time here. And 34.3. So we've got a Bab through sector 2 here, who is 2/10 down on his time. So we've got a yellow flag in sector 3, which I'm not too sure what that was about. And Bab gets a 132.7, so 2/10 off there, so That is a good time there. Can't see anyone being that. I mean, see Milky Man, if he can find just over 2 attempts, I'll put him in P1. But yeah, that is a solid time there. Anderson validated there, so that is going to be. See, has he got? If he's got enough for one more lap, it's his last chance to improve on his time. We've got Ross, who's finally stepped out of the pits. Has only 2 attempts up on his time. Through sector 1 there. Kiani with a 1:32.6. Snatches pole there from Bab the last second, and that is Milky Man with a 1:32.5. So what a battle there, last second. That is incredible. Yeah, a tenth there between them two, and Milky and Kiani. Bab there, 2 attempts behind, a tenth behind Phases as well, Kiani as well. That is ridiculous. 3 changes of pole position there, like seconds ago. Bab unfortunately missing out there. So yeah, what a end to Q3 there. So we had Milky Man going into the race on pole. Kiani joining him on the front line. Bab, Wiccan, and Cam Mood there joining up behind with Claymore, Teddy Henke, Sinks and Anderson. So yeah, that was a quite an end there to Q3. That was tense. Like I said, look at the time, a tenth between each car on the top 3 there. That is 2 tenths in total. Just waiting for the countdown for formation lap to start. So just waiting for the drivers to ready up. So we've got Milky Man here, first race in CDR, getting pole position there. We're starting our formation lap. Hopefully, expecting a good battle here, especially between top 6 here even. That turn one's going to be interesting to watch, with everyone having different braking zones. Some going in for a deep braking, other ones want to roll the car. So, predicted pit stop strategy there: mediums 12, 16 laps and hard. We'll have a look at what the drivers have gone for here. So top 4 mediums there. So we've got Rhinoceros and Jax Leon starting on the softs here. But yeah, a mixture of medium hards throughout the grid here. That's what the car's going around the final, come up to the final corner here. Looking at one of the tyres there, making sure out the temperature. As the car's formed up on a grid. Four lights. Here we go. So we've got Klein making a good start there, making a job, and Babon. We can Mickey Man shot down into 4th place here. A bit wide. kind of know the inside. Oh, and we have got a Alpine, I believe, off track there, coming back on track, and we've got Bab and Wickham here battling it out for P2. We've got Mookerman behind them as well. Going to see if there's any team action here. Wickham goes to push him wide, but Bab gets a better exit. So we'll have a look, see what some changes are. So far, Jin's making up 7 places there. Only saw us up in 5. Nice, a lock up there. Oh, and a bit of oversnap by Mookie there. Further down the grid. Got a battle here between Dexter and Saki, and Saki's gone wide and gone really wide. Freddie Henneke as well, moving to the side, not too sure what's happened there. Slater made a move there on Ross, which was a nice move. So jump out front, and Bab and Wickham still battling out here. Bab looking on the inside and the outside, trying to find the space. Oh, and we've got a spin out Red Bull there. That just be there's a move here with FaZe and Gianni. If there's any action going on further down the grid. Ferrari making a move here. Goes for the inside. Gonna keep it tight. He makes a move before the corner. So gonna be straight line speed there. Well, that is. I don't know. It looked like that was probably FRL making a move there. Not be able to find any space. FRL goes one on the outside, and that is Snitsy making a move. And that is Paranoid fighting back here. We've got a battle here coming in for 11th and 12th, and FRL 13th on the back of that. Again, Paranoid, Snitsy and Fleur there, side by side. Getting a bit of FR, they'll get creating a gap. So we can make a move here on Wickham, looking at the outside. So I have DRS active now. We're going to see what if FaZe can get the move here on Wickham. Going to go on the outside. One of Milky Max having a battle as well behind in 4th and 5th. So we've had Nerf Pack and things, and that is Ross out of the race. Ross has been there at the end of sector 2, I believe. So that end of the VSC there. We've got one source diving into the pits. So we'll stay on board here in this McLaren sandwich that Anderson has found himself in. Looking like a move on Lars ahead. Got some hands out there sneaking on the sneaking out the back. It's going to be a battle with DRS here. Very fast to stay in here through the corners from the sea. He's got and that was Anderson's snap of the oversteer there. DRS enabled CDR to make the move here, nice and comfortable. But we're going to see what Captain Hindsight does, though. It's too far back ahead. So side by side, and that is a nice move there by Anderson. And that is Hindsight right on the back of his teammate Lars. So Lars losing a bit of time going wide. There's a 3-second time penalty. Got back out in front with Wiccan in second. Wiccan with Fab for company behind him. Looking like a move here, or is he gonna play it safe and wait for the DRS? That's a lot of curve there taken by the Wiccan as well. Looking, I think it's just within Keanu's DRS. Is that going to be able to capitalize just with the colon? Yeah, he is straight away. Well, no, and that is Wiccan looking for the block. Making them go on the inside, and a little bit of contact there. And that was all. That is Bab straight into Kiani. Bab there, unfortunately, breaking himself, must be gone straight into the back of Kiani. No, I believe the damage done to Bab, so... Yeah, unfortunately for Kiani, came out worse. They're losing position to Wiccan there. That was totally unexpected, just unfortunately, but breaking himself and Kiani got on the end of it. So that gives Wiccan a second lead over Kiani. Gonna go back to FLR and Paranoid. FLR looking to make a move on the inside. It's starting up to leave DRS though. As well, still got Captain Hindsight behind him for company. After like a bad came out of 16th place, got in the medium, so we'll have a look. So it's this nerf pack here with a penalty. FL's got enough per here to go down the DRS to make a move on Paranoid. It will be close, but no, it's not enough speed there. So Ricken at the moment still maintaining the second lead on Kiani there. And that is Jack Davis in the pits. Henkley can make a move around the outside of Cammy Moo going wide, and that is Snitchy, who's not too sure there was contact there between Cammy and himself. Unfortunately, he spun out there. So it's still got this battle going on. The FL still trying to find a way around Paranoid. It's been going on for a few laps now. And there's a yellow flag. And that is Milky Man. Milky Man has damage, flat damage wing. He's right side of his wing damage. Not too sure, but we've got FRL still on the back of Paranoid still, and Paranoid still having DRS of Captain Hindsight. Not enough for FRL to make a move there. Hopefully gets it down this straight here though. Just go side by side, and that is moved on solid there. But it's that Paranoid coming back on the inside, and try looking up there. Bad with a 136 flat, and Paranoid there, a little wobble there at the exit. In the meantime, Kiani picked up 6/10 on Wickham here. Kiani definitely going to be making a move. Coming down sector 3, DRS straight. Let's go down between the two here. Trying to get up on the inside, we're going to see if we can. Gets the move done solid there. But it's Wickham, I think, looking back on the inside, no. That is a solid move done there by Kiani. So we've got teammates battling here side by side, Captain Hindsight and Lars. I think, not too sure if Lars was ahead or not. And dropping back from FRL as well. position again. So we've got this Jin's making his way up to 13th, to 3rd place from 15th. And we've got FRL from 17th up to 7th as well, and that is the yellow flag. Who's that? That is Paranoid. Was it Paranoid? Not too sure what's happened there. Paranoid has dropped down a few places though. Pretty hungry here on the back of Canyon. We're gaining a couple of tenths here. So far it's been quite a clean race. From what I can see, obviously what goes on, I don't see a different story, but yeah, overall too many incidents caught on stream. And that is Anderson that had a big massive snap of oversteer there on, and that is the balance on his face that's last made a move. Yeah, he has side by side there for about us, been brewing for a few laps here. Anderson or not is not looking to give up, but then that is Captain Hindsight behind him looking to maybe pick off of what Lars has left. Swooping diving into the pits. Is Anderson going to be able to get the move back here? No, he's not, but that is FRL sneaking up behind Captain Hindsight as well. So we're going to have a battle here. Anderson might be unlucky that he might only have to deal with one McLaren car if FRL can keep Captain Hindsight busy. Commentators close. Second gap appeared out of nowhere. So Anderson's got Lars all to himself, hasn't got to worry about them coming behind him. Doing there. Saki looks to make a move on Wickham there, and that is back behind Saki as well. And Kiani's coming in for a pit, so we're going to see if the undercut worked here. Let's see where he comes out, if he comes behind Wickham. That is, speaking of Wickham, make it Saki and Bab side up going left. Saki DRS on Bab here, we can move around the outside. Have to on fresher tyres. That is Clay, catching in the Clay, making a move on Anderson there. she has retired. So she has crashed. We're going to see we're about with. We go past them on no size. Oversteered straight into that wall. Done that plenty of times myself. So unfortunately that's literally out of the race. And is this going to be a safety car? Yes it is. So we have a safety car here. So Kiani, who has pitted last lap, this could come in his favour here. Looking as well. So this is into the pits. Last follow suits. Teddy Henke continues. Jack's got a drive-through penalty speed under the safety car, and he comes into the pits as well. So Teddy Henke sticking to the original tyres he stuck to, what he started on this race with, and Jack Slater got a drive-through penalty. Jack Slater in the pits. Away from him and back to catch up to the safety car. Teddy Henke yet to pit. Also Paranoid as well yet to pit as well on the hards. Still waiting on the two Mercedes to catch up who's coming through in the sector 2. So hopefully safety car should be in this lap if all goes well. That is Ron Solis into the pits. So Monosaurus was on the hards and pitted for the mediums unless he picked up damage. Not too sure. Yeah, safety car coming in this lap. Final sector until we can restart this race. Everyone warming up their last chance to warm up their tyres. We are ready to go when Teddy Henke says it's time to go. Gonna get something there, no, but this is Jins that got a good start. Backing off there, I think might have overtaken before the finishing line there, and that has allowed Wickham to make a move. And we've got movement behind as well. Who is that on the outside? That is Paranoid and Camus battling out there. Look, with Claymore and Face last behind, looking to make a move. And that was Paranoid. I clipped quite a bit of curb, and that's Claymore coming in hot there. Looking to make a move on Camus there. But close. Looking for the inside there as well. Oh, contact there, Clay, and that is all Clay nearly out of the race. Not too I imagine if he's done wing damage. Yeah, he has no wing. It's unlucky there. Clay going for a move on the inside. Door was shot on him, contact, and unfortunately resulted in Clay with no wing, so he's got to nurse his car back, and there's contact with that Camus and Paranoid as well. So contact there. I think Camus was one of the cars with Clay as well. And got Clay zooming past, and that is the Wicken and Kiani battling out there for second place, and that is Teddy Henke into the pits. So Kiani takes the lead, but he has got Wicken behind him, and that is a lot of movement going down the field as well. I think it's just pit stops, and that's the yellow flag. And that's Cammy that's going into the pits. Not too sure what's happened to Cammy there. So we'll rejoin the action and we'll see how the battle going on. There was Wicken and Jins, and Cammy moved aside from the race. I think now it's in the pit, so don't know if he had the rear damage in the rear wing or not. Dinge looking to catch up to Wiccan here to battle out for P2, and that's another yellow flag. And that's just Camus Carl and Maggie in sector 1 coming out the pits. Everyone's spread out at the moment, that's already been separated. Session. CDR S is now enabled. Pretty hanky there, gets a 3-second warning, so that is 3 cars. I think it's just nerf packing pretty hanky with penalties. Yep, that clear must have surface drive through. That player is in the pits. That must have been, yeah, doing his drive through there. We've got Rhinoceros on the back of FRL here. Connect. Looking if he got enough. Sent down the inside, looking for a move to stick it on the inside. Can he make it work? Oh, and that is contact, I believe, with him and Saki. Rhinoceros is going in, coming out too deep there, running into Saki there. And that is FRL with a 3-second time penalty there. Violating exit there. Looking to force his way into the inside of Saki, and that's allowing Rhinoceros to sneak in as well. Saki there doing a good job making sort of space there. Spab looking to get around Saki as well. Plays at the fast attack for 135.4. Hands on softs. Looking to fight his way back, trying to get that podium today. Outside last, getting to the inside early there. And that is Wiccan and Ginge side by side, and this Ginge going to come back on the inside. Yeah, he's going to take the inside line in the final corner here. And the camera's not really doing us justice today. That is Ginge taking P2 there. A little battle, but I don't think that Wiccan is going to give up too easily. And that is FIO for 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane, and that is the retirement as well. And they've left the session. So we are now left with 14 drivers. Got Milky Man on the back of his teammate here, Wiccan. gonna happen here between teammates. So Milky looking to make a move on the inside. Oh, there you go. Finally got a good camera angle, and Wiccan allows him, and now Milky is right on the back of Ginge. So if Wiccan let Milky go, that was a perfect time because that is giving a good opportunity for DRS now, I believe. Yep, Ginge does not have DRS, so that is Milky going to be able to catch up to him as well. Just got to stick behind him for the next DRS zone. Unless he can make a move through the corners, which again, the corners are wide, but it's not the lines you've got to take. It's hard to make a move and actually make it stick without going too wide or having a cut on the inside and losing time. Milky Man is losing time to Ginge here. Got two battles that could be building up here for 5th and 4th for Wiccan and Lars, and Milky can get on the back of Ginge here. Oh, and that is Ginge committing to the inside, but Milky Man taking that inside line away from him, and that is Ginge going to try and come back with a cutback. No. That is Milky with a good exit there. Now he's just got to catch up to Kiani to take back his lead. Started this race in P1, and that is that Ginge on the attack again. See how that's getting on with Rhinoceros here. Okay, making a move on now. That just missed it there. And then obviously just get retracted by that, and Bab makes the move on the Rhinoceros, and that is a big gap. Not too sure if Rhinoceros went wide there, but that's allowing Saki to catch up to him. Oh, and that is Wiccan's. That is Wiccan that has spun it. Wiccan unfortunately spun it there. Got quite a few positions now. So we're going to see Wiccan's definitely looking to make amends for that and try and get back into the higher points. Enough too far back there to make an attack with DRS. So Milky Max is gaining time on Ginge. Ginge is nearly out of his DRS there, and he's half a second off Kiani's DRS. Milky Max gained 2 tenths already within the sector there. Looking at Milky Man, it is spending a lot of time here on Kiani, especially if the amount of laps that are left, given Milky Max on the medium tyre, so definitely got a big benefit to, and they're the same, more or less the same age. 10 laps on Milky, well 11 laps on Milky's tyres, Kiani's got 12 in his hards. So the chance of that is making a move there, but a lot further away than what I thought. So Milky Man could possibly be within Kiani's DRS this lap. I just got 2 tenths if I said that though. So still got a battle for between Bab and Faye. Last just gaining time ever so slightly, but it's losing it through the corners here. I've got come up to 2 laps left here. Closest battle we've got going on is last, trying to catch up to Ginge here. Everyone else is DRS zone, it's just Lars here, that is the only driver here on track with DRS at the moment. If he can keep it. Well, the good thing is everyone that finishes the race here will get points. Jim's Lars behind him. Lars can't make the most of the DRS there again, too far back. It's Keanu. Only 2 drivers, 3 drivers have got 40% or more ERS. Shows how much these boys are trying to get the maximum power of their car just to keep these battles up. Oh, Keanu's there, drifting over. I'm not too sure if that was a glitch or not. Face last and making moves on Ginge here. Doesn't do it now, he's got one more lap and he's going around the outside. looking for it's a little bit of contact there, a little bit of tyre rub. Kiani is found 2 seconds on Milky Man there. Just going to say on board with this is Jins and Lars and Teddy Henke, slightly with a 3-second time penalty. I will stay on board with these two because this is going to be a battle down to the wire. Good battle here for P3. Jins is there. Consistently good defence there. Lars is throwing everything he can at him, but I don't think Lars does. Jins has an answer for it. It's going to come down to DRS, I imagine. If Lars can get that move done. To the inside, making Lars go around the outside. And side by side, can Lars do it? No, Jin just show on the inside, and that is Lars going wide there, and that is a lovely battle there, being a bit argy-bargy, but here Jin's there securing P3 right at the end. So we got Kiani missed it. We crossed the line for first. Milky Man in second place, first race. More can you want from that? Jin's there again, scraping it there for P3. Lars just behind for P4. Bab comes in P5. Rhinoceros there in P6. Wicken there in P7. Saki 8th. Teddy Henke 9th. Play crosses the line for 10th now with Nerf Pack's penalties. We'll see what the gap is. So Nerf Pack, as long as he don't have any disasters here, will runs the line in 11th place. Followed by Captain Hindsight crossing the line here in 12th. Downward goes line 13th. And that is it here for the Chinese Grand Prix. So drive for the day game gives it to Saki Bean. So Saki getting drive for the day by the game. Oh, drive for the day. So here we have. Oh, sorry about that, I pushed the wrong button. But yeah, sorry about the podium skipping there. Let's just grab a screenshot of this quickly. So yeah, so that concludes the end of the Chinese Grand Prix here. That was a good end of the race there for third place for Jins and Lars. Jins as well coming all the way from 15th, Lars 14th as well. So that was a battle that, as well, like I said, it's been going on for laps upon laps. All in all, it was a interesting race that was. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again next week.